You know who should have called CAS? Uncle Harrison. When your son's foreskin got stuck when he was a kid. And Uncle Harrison had to tell you to stop playing with it. That's from your mouth. Why were you playing with it? I really don't know where to begin with this video. But I'm so angry that I want my point to come across without being so angry. However, it's hard to do that because it involves my children. As you see by the title, my ex-monster-in-law called CAS. CAS is Children's Aid Society. This is the equivalent of CPS in America, Child Protective Services. There are so many layers here, and there's so much to be said. But last night after I got that phone call from CAS, my body stopped pumping blood properly. I was just cold, okay? I was shivering. I was cold and angry. And I went to sleep, but I didn't rest because I was just angry, and I woke up even more angry. Let's lay out the facts, okay? I have never been in CAS. No open cases, nothing. No history with CAS from my mother down to her mother. It's not a thing on my side of the family. However, on my ex-husband's side of the family, it is a multitude of cases with CAS. From his mother and her siblings, there's like 11 of them, to him. And his sister really we should have been called CAS when his sister was younger. But why would you do that? The system ain't no better in most cases for a child. However, it would have been better when it comes to Andre. See, when you give up your child, you have to live with that. So when you gave up your son and you decided you were going to sign your rights over and he was going to become a Crown Warden, you were going to damage him severely. And who's paying for that now but me and my kids that you don't give an F about? Otherwise, you would have never called and lied out of your fat, ugly mouth. Because for what? Did you think that CAS was going to, one, not contact me? Or two, did you think that they were going to show up to my house and remove the children and like bring them to their abusive father? Or even worse, to you? You know who should have called CAS? Uncle Harrison. When your son's foreskin got stuck when he was a kid. And Uncle Harrison had to tell you to stop playing with it. That's from your mouth. Why were you playing with it? Why were you playing with it? Leave it alone is what Uncle Harrison told you. Isn't that right? CAS should have been called on you. This lady called CAS and told them that my oldest child is on cannabis tea. But the lady on the phone, when she first got on the phone, she started talking about your ex-husband and the children's grandmother. Had some concerns. And she mentioned Christmas, when my children finally spoke to their father for the first time in forever on Christmas Day via FaceTime. They had their call. They were fine. They showed him everything that they got for Christmas. My oldest daughter asked him for a cell phone with an LOL doll case. They had a fine conversation. His mother was at his house. I was unaware of this until after the fact, but his mother was at his house. And when she returned home to Toronto, yesterday, I believe, or the day before, she returned one of them 2 days. And yesterday, after we discover her fake account on YouTube, leaving crazy comments and exposing her in my membership, that's another story for another day. After we discover that, I get a call from CAS. Make it make sense. Andrea, what you need to worry about is why your man can't sleep over at your house because he goes home to his wife and kids. That's what you need to be worried about. What you need to be worried about is why you guys are ducking and dodging child support. That's what you need to be worried about. I didn't want child support. I said we could have a clean break. No child support, sign your rights over because I'm not going to do the fighting about money thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. You have 3 kids and don't want to provide for them. And when you're asked to provide the pay stubs and the tax stuff, change in representation. So we got to start the whole thing over again. All the narcs play the same fucking game, okay? And I'm not doing it. But what I'm also not going to do is have my kids have a crazy ass, psychotic, fat, nasty, sloppy bitch, ain't shit, deadbeat grandmother, deadbeat mother. You failed both of your kids. Try to put her same image on me. I'm not failing my kids, baby. I'm not you. Your son tried to play that shit with me too. He tried to treat me like I was you. And I said, pump the fucking brakes. I'm me. So whatever issues you have, you go to therapy and you handle it. Don't try to project your shit onto me. You couldn't take care of your kids, so you're trying to call CAS to come in for what? That's how I know you don't care about the kids. You're trying to hurt me. You can't hurt me. God got me, baby. You can't hurt me. And you're definitely not going to hurt me through my children. That's why you have no access, Andrea. You're a sick, twisted, nasty bitch. Okay? And Father, forgive me. Because y'all know I don't even be cursing like that. And so when I posted the video talking about I'm not posting anymore, it's because I was fully aware that my ex, his mother, and his girlfriend are stalking me online. And it makes me uncomfortable. I've been uncomfortable since I left my ex. Because he let me know before he left that he was going to make my life a living hell. He said to me out of his mouth, if you think I'm an asshole now, just wait and see. What am I supposed to do with that information when he was kicking doors for a living? What am I supposed to do with that information? But set up security cameras and friggin' alarms and live hypervigilantly like he lives. That's not fair. My kids are healthy, thriving, happy. Okay? Healthy, thriving, and happy. My oldest is in therapy. If you have not been in my house, how are you gonna call CAS and make a crazy accusation like that? How are you going to call CAS and say some shit like that? And all they did was give me a courtesy call. Towards the end of the call, they said it was not my ex and his mother, it was just his mother. Now, if my ex is aware that his mother was going to call, that's even more sick and twisted. We have been separated since March, okay? March of this year. Why the hell would somebody's deadbeat mother decide to pick up their phone and call CAS? So there's people that are confused when I keep posting after I said I wasn't gonna post, and it's like, this is why. Because I cut off access to me online. They're obsessed with me and cannot stop. My ex did it to Hey Paris when we stopped being friends, stalked her online, coming to me, your best friend got a Tesla, and I'd be looking at him like confused, like, who got a Tesla? Who? Like, it's not relevant to my life. Why are you going out of your way to find out what other people are doing? It's stalker behavior. Your best friend got this, your best friend got that. And I'm literally sat there confused. And I knew he would potentially stalk me online. And whoever else is obsessed with me now, get a friggin' life. You're already not providing for my children. So why are you trying to disrupt my cash flow? You guys are weird. This is crazy behavior. To make a fake catfish account, to leave a long paragraph that mentions child support, by the way, random, because child support was nowhere in the video that they commented it on. And not even 45 minutes later after I post it, I'm getting a call from CAS, and the call happened the same day I was called. I said to the lady on the phone, I said, I'm sorry, when was this call placed? And they said, today. Make it make sense. Just because you couldn't mother doesn't mean that that's going to be me. I'm not you. I didn't grow up in the system. I have no desire for my children to be in the system. And you, since you grew up in the system, shouldn't have any desire for your grandchildren. They're not your grandchildren. Let me make it very freaking clear. Because you have no rights to your own child. So how could you have rights to the ones that came out of my pussy? You have no rights, Andrea, and that's why you're mad. Calling CAS. Crazy behavior. Seek help. You do not need to obsess over me. I should not have to shut my channel down because I know you guys are watching, and anything that I do online are trying to bring it to my lawyer's attention. For what reason, I do not know, and nor do I care. It's giving obsessed. It's weirdo behavior. You guys are stalking me and you need to stop. Infiltrate my membership. They make a fake account to talk about my membership? For what? Crazy behavior. You need to get a life of your own. See, the thing about this woman is she wasn't worried enough about her son, why she signed him over, because could never be me. She wasn't worried enough about her daughter, which is why her daughter left home early as well, because she's a psychopath. And even to this day, telling her daughter not to speak to me. Like my children are not her nieces. Telling her daughter that until court stuff is over, to cut off communication with me. Now, why would you guys do that? Misery loves company. The only person checking for that girl was me. because I knew she was young and on her own. And I know what that felt like and what it feels like. She's my little sister. That's how I look at her. That's how I view her. They don't call this little girl to check up on her. They don't call her to see how she's doing. They don't send her no coin if she needs it. She can't go to them with nothing, for nothing. She's always come to me for years. When her own brother would not answer her messages, I would have to tell him, answer your sister, because she's messaging me saying that you are not answering her. I said, stop treating her like your mother. But then are trying to turn around and turn her against me. You guys are sick. I never did anything to anybody. And from the very friggin' beginning, because you kept your daughter away from your sisters, she's not even allowed, at her big adult age, she's not even allowed to mention this woman's sisters. She's not allowed to bring up their name. And because she did that, because she isolated her daughter, she tried to put that on me too. That's why from the very beginning, when I was pregnant with Salem, this woman tried to be out here in Toronto spreading lies about me, saying I was keeping her away from her grandchild. And we already went over this, because that's all that was said, was that she couldn't come the week she wanted to come. She had to come the week after, or the week I gave birth. How does that translate to keeping her away from the child? You spoke it into existence, sweetheart. You spoke it into existence by constantly doing dumb stuff. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You should be used to that by now. Learn something from your mistakes. You are in the system. Your son is in the system. You want another generation of kids to go into the system that has nothing good for them? You're telling me about your biological father liking to watch you and your sister bathe because she was touching on you, and you want to put my kids in the system? We're not doing this. You have been no type of mother, no type of friend, no type of parent to either one of your children. Y'all think y'all can just link up now and gang up on me and try to recruit his little sister to gang up on me for what? What are you gaining from this? This is crazy, psychotic behavior. I kept my word. I text my ex last week. I said that my children would call him on Christmas Day. And I kept my word. Because that's one thing I'm always going to do. Keep my word. Okay? And not even 2 days later after this phone call happens, this crazy woman is calling CAS, and she wasn't even on the call because her son took the phone into the car outside to talk to the children. I never been so hot because I go up for my kids, okay? I go up for my kids. And the reason CAS took the call and was like, lady, please stop, was because this is a school-age child. She's not giving weird behavior at school other than the not sharing of toys thing. This is normal kid stuff. She's not giving weird behavior at school. She's not giving weird behavior through the therapist. I'm not in the room when she's talking to the therapist. The craziest part about what this lady called CAS and said is that when my ex was in this home, I was very much, if it has to do with my kids, I would go to him. Even if he's telling me he does not give an F, I would still go to him where my kids were concerned. Everything has to be on the same page. That is the type of parent that I am. So if I say, ain't no snacks after 6 p.m., whoever I'm with needs to go along with that. Ain't no snacks after 6 p.m. When I was married to this person, I don't make a move unless they okay it, which is why the allegations are even more asinine. Because he would have had to approve. I do not play about my kids. And that is why I'm so angry. This man has put his fist to my face. Okay? That was one of our very last altercations. And even that day, which was one of the last breaking points, even that day didn't make me as mad as yesterday made me. Because this woman has no business meddling the way she's been meddling behind the scenes in this whole entire situation, which I already knew that was the case. Because ever since my ex and I have split up, he ran back to Mommy Dearest. And they formed a Big Brother alliance against me. I should have called CAS on you when you were calling your daughter fucking retarded when she was 9 and beating her because she didn't put on sunscreen. At 9, we're taking her to the pool. That's when I should have called CAS on you. I seen you do all kinds of stuff in your house. I seen you treat your kids like shit, ma'am. You ain't never seen me treat my kids bad. You have never seen me do anything to hurt or harm my kids. And that goes for your son as well. And really, none of that is even relevant. What's relevant here is that we're not continuing this cycle of CAS because you want to be petty, because you want to be mad. Like, what were you thinking? You were really thinking they were going to show up here, take the kids and bring them to Toronto to you, ma'am? You cannot have children in your house because you have cases with CAS, sweetheart. You're not fit. You've never been fit. I had to walk on eggshells when I would come to your house. You would refer to me as you people, you racist friggin' bitch. You sent me a video of a monkey in makeup in reference to your grandkids. You remember that? And not me, your son, and your daughter all said, this is racist. You need 4 padded walls and grippy socks. You need to get on your medication. And you need to leave that lady's husband alone. Worry about yourself. You know, if I ever could have pictured that anything of this nature ever be a part of my story, a part of my life, somebody calling CAS on me, trying to what? I don't know, build a case, like just strange behavior. Because what's so crazy is our divorce has been ongoing for months. We literally have a court date in January. Why would anybody in their right mind do something like this? I shut my channel down because I wanted peace. If you've never been stalked before, whether in person or online, then you will never understand. But I knew that they were doing it. And I knew there was a potential that they would infiltrate my membership, which is why I never said, hey, come join my membership. I never said it. I really just wanted my privacy. I deserve that much. Did you call CAS when your son was talking about serving? And I don't mean waiting tables, baby. And I said, where are you gonna put that? You can't bring that here. We got kids. Did you call CAS then, you dumb bitch? Did you call CAS when he brought Freddie's Oxycontin and hydromorphine pills into the house? To do what with? Did you call CAS then? You don't give a damn about these kids. That's why you're helping to duck and dodge the child support issue. And I don't want nothing from nobody. I just want to move on with my life and have peace. But you guys are agents of chaos, okay? Agents of chaos have brought nothing to my life but chaos. I have lost so much messing with that man. But I really feel bad for him because it all falls back to you, Andrea. It all falls back to you, sweetheart. You did a piss poor job with that boy, and now you're trying to make up for it by trying to take me down. Baby, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. As God is my witness, it'll never happen. So give it up. Hang it up, flat screen. You making fake accounts, paying for a membership to see what I'm up to? You're obsessed. If you want to eat my pussy, just say that. Just say that. I'm not gonna let you. But just say that, because you're obsessed with me. All 3 of you. Obsessed. You know how much effort it takes to open your YouTube account, make a fake channel to leave a nasty comment? Do you know how much energy it takes to type my name in that you probably still can't even spell on YouTube to see if I posted recently? So I decide, hey, I'm not going to post anymore because you know what? Everybody's upset. Everybody's upset. And piss them off. Speaking my truth. It's a crime to say, this happened to me. Don't let it happen to you. You should have did a better job, ma'am. You should have did a better job. You should be holding somebody accountable. Instead, you have your panties up in a bunch. Instead of holding him accountable, didn't you struggle to get child support from your baby daddy? And you was pissed about that. I've heard you. And this was never about taking sides. He's your son. I expect you to go up for him. Just don't try to go up for him and try to take me down at the same time, because baby, it's not gonna give. Be the mom that you know you were supposed to be, okay? Y'all work on your relationship, love on each other. You guys need to hug, but you also need to heal. It is sick, twisted, problematic, dangerous what she did yesterday. If I am 100% sure that these kids are fine and thriving, and it's not like my kids are not seen, okay? To call CAS and make baseless allegations, psychotic. Why didn't you call CAS on your own child? You witnessed the craziness in here. You witnessed it with your own eyes. Why you didn't call CAS on your own child? Because you're trying to make up for all that you didn't do. But you're not doing it at my children's expense, and you're not doing it at my expense either. Go play in traffic. Like, find yourself a hobby. There have been many of times that CAS should have been called on you, Andrea. You know what your kids are going through. And what have you done but add to it? What have you done but add to it? With your selfish motive. You don't even call your own child to say, hey, how you doing? The only time you reach out is when you're gonna cuss her out. You included her on divorce documents that she knew nothing about. And when I responded to them and said, this is not factual. You tried to call her or text her and cuss her and tell her that I tried to use her against her brother in court? False accusations. Y'all put her in there. She would have never made it to no damn paperwork if y'all didn't put her in there. Because for what? She lives 4.5 hours away. Why would she be listed as one of the people helping him to take care of the children when she don't talk to him or you? Make it make sense. All you guys do is lie and deceit. Lie and deceive. You guys are demonic. She's over here trying to live her own life. She don't have time for this bull. You get mad when you see my kids as her display picture on her phone. So you still talk to you? Belle? Yeah, she does. Because why wouldn't she? I didn't do nothing to her. You guys are evil. Not even you. You specifically are evil. A wicked woman. Wicked. But I would probably feel some type of way too if my man was leaving every night and going to his wife and kids. I would feel some type of way too. I'd be bitter too. That's why I'm single. Because nobody's going to take me for Poppy Friggin' show. Okay? You're a bitter old hag. Bitter old hag. That has nothing better to do with her time. Don't you have commission to make? And you expect to be around my children, Miss Lady? When you would call CAS on their loving, caring mother? Ain't put a lettuce leaf in these kids' bellies. Ain't put a clothing on their back in almost a year. And put water in their bathtub. And feel no way about it because you don't like their mama. It's sick. You know, I could understand if this was a thoughtful, caring mother that was so good with her kids and, you know, had genuine concerns about the safety and well-being of my children. But it's not that. I don't have to wage war with the devil because God is fighting every one of my battles for me. So y'all could sit up and play dumb if you want to. I know y'all have witnessed it. The whole thing, of course, is very hurtful, but I expect nothing less from that woman. Her behavior is exactly why her child is where he's at. And that is the only thing I feel sorry for, that he had to be born from this lady's vagina. That this is the mother that bore him and messed his life up. Which in turn messed everybody over here's life up. I didn't ask for this. I was very nice. Especially in the beginning. But when my kindness was spoken evil of, the game changed.
Mommy, can me and Bill have the strawberry straw that I got for Christmas?
I think there's only one more left and it's Cece's.
No, I want it.
I can go, don't cry. I'll go to the dollar store and get some more. But all three of y'all in here, child. Not today. Hi, Noli.
Can I have one straw?
The last one I kept.
Let me try.
The last one I kept it for you, Salem, because.
Because I didn't have one.
Yes, and Belle had two. Oh, thank you.
Where?
Yes. I know, but Belle, you had Nola. You had two. There was a pack of 5. You had 2. Nola had 2, and Stacey never had any. So that's what I'm telling you. I can go to the dollar store today and get some more. What time is it?
Can we come?
Yeah.
Me and Belle and Nola. I'm gonna go to that just doing nail.
We can't go to the store now. Mommy's working.
No. No, Mom. I
What?
mean, after you're done walking me,
Oh.
I want to go. After I'm done walking.
Walking. Okay.
Mom, can we do the makeup?
Again?
Yes.
Okay,
Me
but not
too.
today. Yeah, not today, but yes. Whew. Obviously, the whole thing is very hurtful, but I don't expect anything less from that vile woman. Nothing less. She's never treated me kindly, never respected boundaries. Just disgusting. Always doing something nasty to me. And this is before I started having kids. But when I started having kids, just nasty behavior. Disrespectful behavior, just ignorance. And I put up with it and I shut up, even though I didn't have to. And now I really don't have to put up with it. Obviously, there's so much I want to say, but this video is way longer than I anticipated. And realistically, I'm not surprised that this was a move that was made. This is crazy. I expect nothing less. But if this was a real issue, my ex would have made that call to CAS himself. I've never been this angry. Not behind anything he's done to me. Not behind anything my own father has done to me. I've never been this angry at anyone. And the only reason I'm so mad is because it specifically pertains to my children and the well-being of my children. I care about the fact that she would jeopardize my children because of whatever motives she has or whatever ill feeling she has towards me, that she would try to use my child as a pawn. It is disgusting. And you know what? I get it. I spent a good amount of time raising her child. So I understand why she would hate me, why she would feel some type of way about me, because in all the years that she had, I was I with him for longer than she was with him? Girl, I might have been with him for longer than she was with him, okay? And that's the real gag. But the entire time that man was with me, his life elevated. When he was in his mother's care, his life went down the fucking chute. Okay, and now he's back in her care and his life is going down the chute. You are toxic poison. Filthy. You have nothing good to offer your children. Nothing good to offer them. And damn sure have nothing good to offer mine. Don't play with my kids like that. Do not play with my kids like that. You don't get to do that just because you're mad. You don't get to cause chaos and confusion in my life because you guys can't get yours together. Or because you can't get yours together at your big age. At your big age. You've been in my house many a times. While your own child wasn't here, you've been in my house. Never called CAS not one time. Because you know you didn't need to. But now me and him know that and you are calling CAS on me? Call CAS on your friggin' mama. Call CAS on yourself. Okay? Because you're a terrorist and you should be in jail. And that's on period. A whole demon blood-sucking terrorist. Go chuck up under your friggin' mama. Because you ain't been there for no good thing that your son or your daughter have been through. How do both of your children end up outside of your home before adult age? Both of them. See, I was in my mom's home until I met your child. My mom was never going to get rid of me. And I wasn't going nowhere until I met your child. And from there, it just went downhill and downhill because that's all he knows. Because that's all you taught him. How to make people's lives miserable. The basis of your relationship with your child now is your disdain and your hate for me. The relationship will crumble and fall. Hating me is not a solid foundation for a relationship. Why didn't you call CAS when you were at his house? Why did you wait till you got back home to call? The situation has been hard enough as it is. And then you guys are stalking me and obsessed with me, buying memberships, stalking me privately. You have done enough damage. You guys mess with me so much. You don't need to mess with my children. You guys are mad when I post, don't want me to talk. I obliged. I said I'm gonna shut my mouth. Because I'm tired of feeling uncomfortable. I really am. I don't like feeling like this. I don't like living hypervigilant. Your son taught me how to be hypervigilant. He taught me that. He told me how to keep 6. Told me how to scour a restaurant when I go inside. Make sure it's safe. He taught me all those things. Why do you think he taught me those things? Being with him is dangerous. Being with him was dangerous, not only for me and my mental health, but then it extended. And see, I didn't understand when I was young and dumb. I didn't understand that this is probably going to trickle. No matter how much he cleans up his act and puts on the facade and has a job and goes to work, he's still who he is. And my life will never be normal because of it. I can take accountability there. That's definitely on me. Because I knew who he was. When I met him, I didn't judge him. Because I felt like whoever his mother was did a horrible job. And I wasn't trying to fill your shoes, ma'am. It just happened that way. I just was offering him a love he never felt from you. Which is why he's cold and callous, as are you. Your spirit is ugly. Your kids used to plot about how they're gonna sneak your medication into your tea because you should be medicated. And you love a good tea. Well, this is the best tea you're gonna have all year. I'm not playing with you, Andrea. Stop bothering me. Let me and that man separate in peace. What y'all obsessing with me for? What are you guys obsessing about me for? This is proof that you guys are not satisfied. Because if I say, I'm not gonna publicly post anymore. I think I said enough. People can reference the old videos. I'm gonna go quietly in my corner and mind my business. And you guys find a way to infiltrate and jeopardize that. You guys don't want peace. Problems always. I'm not into it. I'm looking forward, never back. If people want you to speak nicely about them, they'll treat you kindly. I never got up here and added razzle dazzle to any of my story times to make it more, ooh, ah. Don't need to. Did you call CAS when he ran up on me in my closet and called me a pussy and put his fist to my chin? And I left the house screaming? This is just unacceptable. One thing I forgot to add is this woman was constantly trying to put the narrative on me that I favor my younger or my middle child over my older child because she struggles to not do that with her kids. I didn't grow up in a home with favorites, so I don't favor my children. And her reason for believing that I favored my younger child over my older child was because my older child looks like her and her son. As if my child doesn't knock both out the park. Like, it was just crazy asinine behavior. We don't do favorites. I know how to manage and balance 3 children that are pretty much each a year apart. I can balance having 3 kids that are close in age and not one of them feels neglected by it. Meanwhile, this lady had 2 children that are like, I don't know, 13 years age difference. I don't know how freaking, it's a big age gap though. Is it 10? It's whatever, it's a big age gap. 12? I don't know, girl. Either way, they have a huge age gap, and she still, to this day, is struggling to be a parent to both, to manage her time with both. She can't have a relationship with one and the other at the same time. Berating her daughter every 5 seconds. And before that, she had no relationship with her son because they told her they hate her. They told me they hate her. And she tried to put this favoritism bullshit on me. My love is equal for all 3 of my kids. I don't give a damn who they look like. They could look like my own damn daddy and they're still going to get the same amount of love. I don't play that shit. I don't get how a mother could ever favor one child over the other. And I praise God every day that I didn't grow up in a house like that. And I proved it on camera by calling my sisters and asking them, who's mom's favorite? And everybody said, it's me. It's me. It's me. As in, it's them. Nobody said, you're the baby. Or she's the middle child. She's the favorite. The oldest is the favorite. No. Everybody said it's me because my mom knows how to divide her love equally. She did a good job, gave me a great example to be a mother. So I don't have to do favoritism because my daughter looks like her dad. She's beautiful AF. Inside and out. Matter of fact. So I don't give a damn who she looks like. She's still going to get all this love. To the people who thought or felt like I posted that first video for clout, I need attention. Baby, it's never giving that for me. One thing I'm gonna do is come with the friggin' receipts. Okay, it's never giving that for me. And it's highly offensive, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I'm highly offended when that's the thought process behind it. When I left initially, I said, I don't want to leave. Once I find out that they're still stalking me, even though I publicly said, hey, I'm not posting anymore, I'm gonna drop another video. At this point, it's up. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm gonna post or not post after I post this. So there's a new year starting in 2 days, and I'm sat up here dragging this filthy scum. Sorry excuse for a mother and grandmother. You ain't nobody's grandmama. You ain't even a mama. You're what your son would refer to me as, a vessel. That's what you are, a vessel. You birthed the children, but you didn't do much for them, but mess them up internally forever. Unless they go to therapy and heal those wounds. And you go to therapy and heal your wounds, so you won't be satisfied with being somebody's sneaky link. Back to what I was saying. Now, you cannot be confused, people watching, why I said I have a stalker and I'm not going to post anymore. This is exactly why. But had I known that me not posting would prompt this happening, I probably wouldn't have stopped posting. But one thing about God, the God that I serve, he reveals all. So me shutting my channel down and the snakes coming out the woodworks, the snakes slithering through the grass and exposing themselves, it didn't take much. You told on yourself because you can't help yourself. The fake account was crazy. Fake account was crazy. The comment that the fake account left was crazy. When I dropped that first video, I was never gonna come on here and talk about this lady. For what? I was talking about my situation, my marriage, the bits and pieces. That's all I was talking about, red flags. When this witch popped up the first time, was so pressed, made a whole YouTube channel with her first and last name and her picture so everybody could see, I'm his mom. Congratulations, you played yourself. And commented on the video so everybody knows who she is when nobody was checking for her. I didn't even say anything bad about her in the video, but she was pressed because she wants to protect her baby now because she didn't do that when she had the opportunity to. It's far past that. It's far past that. This year needs to end. It's been a lot for me this year. And just the last few weeks have just been draining. Oh, this takes the cake. What a way to end the year. Hopefully now you guys have understanding on why I posted that first video and why I was crying. It wasn't theatrics, like somebody said to me. It wasn't theatrics. I wasn't being overly dramatic. This is real. And never in a million years would I ever anticipate somebody's calling CAS on me. Never in a million years. I can't even make it make sense. I really can't make this make sense. So I'm not gonna try. I had enough. And I still feel that way. I've had enough. I don't want to be stalked. Nobody wants to be stalked. And imagine me on a Wednesday freaking night, just took out the garbage. My kids had finished dinner. We had just finished packing up, me and my mom. We were packing up all the rest of the Christmas decorations because Christmas Day, we took the tree down, okay? But like there was still other stuff around the house, like the railings and like the mantle, my fireplace. There were still decorations that we were packing up. So we were just cleaning up the house, cleaning house. And the fake comment situation happened. And then we get confirmation that the fake account belongs to this man's mother. And not even 45 minutes later, I'm getting a private call. So I'm looking at my mom and my mom's looking at me. We're both in the kitchen standing there because we were just coming down off of the confirmation that the fake account belongs to this lady. My phone's ringing private and I don't know who to expect on the next line because it's like, what was it, 6:30? No, I don't know what time. Hold on, let me check my screenshot. 6:51 p.m. the call came in. No caller ID. So I wasn't going to answer it because I'm like, who the hell's coming private? I don't answer no private calls. So me and my mom looking at each other and I was going to ignore it. And then my mom was like, answer it and find out who it is and then hang up. So I answer it. They ask for me and I'm like, no, who's calling? And then they tell me it's CAS and they're looking for me. They say my name again and I'm like, it's me. And then I'm on the phone with the lady and she's telling me and I'm like talking to my mom, like, and my mom is cussing in the background, but it's like literally about to be bath time. So I was about to round my kids up to bring them upstairs to have a bath, and I'm getting this phone call. I'm just caught off guard on a Wednesday night, you know. I was trying to be double cheeked up on a Wednesday night. Not getting no call for no damn CAS, which threw me completely off. And then I had to still, obviously, first I had to turn that off. As mad as I am, I'm fuming. And I'm so mad. But I have to turn it off because what? Because I'm raising my children. Something that this woman would know nothing about. I had to turn that off. Still go turn up and show up and be a mom. I couldn't even bathe them. I had to literally ask my mom if she could bathe them because I needed to go into my room and just like come down off of the anger. And I couldn't shake the anger. I'm still angry as I finish this video. I'm still angry. And I don't know if the anger will ever subside. I literally had to turn off the anger and go and still be present as mom to my little girls. When internally, I am extremely disturbed. And they don't know nothing about it. They don't know I'm mad. They don't know that their grandmother, supposed to be their grandmother, just tried to get them put into the system. Anyway. Whatever y'all got conjuring up, it's coming back to you tenfold. Tenfold. I love you all so much. This is my last post for 2022. I don't know what 2023 is going to hold, but I'll see you when I see you. God bless you all, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of the year, an amazing New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, okay? I'm going to be minding my business and drinking coffee from my mom's Nespresso machine. I love you all so much, and I will definitely see you in the new year.